If you've been searching for a car that offers the off-road capability of a full-size 4x4, yet is as easy to drive and practical as an estate, then Volvo think they have the answer for you. It's this, the XC70. This is basically the rugged version of the Volvo V70 estate, with raised suspension and the option of four-wheel drive. Now, these features allow it to tackle off-road situations that you'd normally only consider in a big 4x4, while retaining the refinement and running costs of a normal car. This is an upmarket vehicle with a price tag to match, and its main rival is the Audi A6 Allroad. Now, this may look tougher than the normal car, but don't be fooled, because this is still a Volvo estate with, as you'd expect, a vast and extremely well thought out boot. The load area in here behind the back seats is absolutely enormous, and if you fold those seats down, you get a wardrobe swallowing amount of load area. Okay, you're going to have to lift things in slightly higher, but there's no awkward lip to lift them over, and you've got aluminium rails to help you slide cargo in. Add to that lots of practical little cubby holes and areas to separate your storage, as well as points to tie them in. I think you could get just about anything you care to imagine in the back of that. The rear seats split and fold in three parts, with the middle seat folding to allow longer items like skis to sit between the two rear passengers. Now, for less money, you could have a Skoda Superb Outdoor or a Subaru Forester, which both offer a great size boot and limited off-road ability. But where the Volvo really excels is in the interior. It's high quality and it just feels luxurious in here. The leather seats are fitted as standard to all models, and they're so comfortable. They're just designed for you to be able to drive in this car for hours without getting any aches or pains. Now, the XC70 is an expensive car, but that's partly because all the models come with high levels of equipment. Even the entry level has sat-nav, DAB radio, Bluetooth, 17-inch alloy wheels, city safety, autonomous braking, an electric boot lid and parking sensors. While the dashboard might not look as up-to-date as the Audis, there's a real solidity to all the materials, and the switches feel like they'll soak up decades of abuse, as of course you'd expect from a Volvo. Another thing you'd expect from a Volvo are excellent safety credentials, and while the XC70 itself hasn't been tested by Euro NCAP, the V70 it's based on scored the full 5 stars when it was rated. Every version in the range is fitted with city safety technology, which operates at low speeds and can automatically brake the car if it detects an obstacle in your path. A large number of airbags are fitted, as well as technology to improve braking and help prevent skids, and seats designed to reduce whiplash in an accident. Behind the wheel, it's comfort rather than fun that's the name of the game, but the XC70's raised suspension does allow it to soak up any lumps and bumps in the road, which means that this really comes into its own as a smooth and comfortable motorway cruiser. I don't think it's quite as satisfying to drive around town. I find the steering a bit too vague, the engine doesn't seem to respond as well at lower speeds, and it just feels a bit too noisy. However, let's not forget that excellent all-wheel drive capability and the raised body height, which means that if you do want to tackle the rough stuff, the XC70 can cope with it with ease. Despite being a large and rugged vehicle, the XC70 is fairly cheap to run, as long as you choose the excellent D4 engine. It's definitely our choice, and with front-wheel drive. It gives 62.8 miles to the gallon and emissions low enough to mean a paltry £30 a year road tax bill. Figures that some small city cars can't match. Add four-wheel drive, and both the D4 and the more powerful D5 still manage 53.5 miles to the gallon and a road tax bill of £130 a year. Still quite reasonable for such a big vehicle. Now, the XC70 has been around for a while, and there are other cars that do the job with more style, like Audi's A6 Allroad. And of course, there's the Volvo V70. It may not have the rugged looks and off-road capability, but it does cost considerably less to buy. But many buyers like the idea of a car with the ability of an SUV, but don't actually want to own one. And if you're one of those people, then the XC70 is a good option. If you fancy something a little more upmarket, then check out our video of the Audi A6 Allroad by clicking on the link. Or if you're on more of a budget, take a look at the Vauxhall Insignia Country Tourer. Click the video icon to watch our latest video, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Carbuyer logo.